everyone, welcome to issue 3 of the Altaya build. Let's start off with our parts check as normal. 3.1, 3.4 the horns, 3.3, 3.6 the internal swing mechanisms, 3.9 the circuit board, 3.10 the cable, 3.7, 3.5 and 3.2, 3.11 wrapping around 3.8, and then four different sets of screws, 3.12s, 13s, 14s and 15s. And then we're going to get started with the build. So the first part that we're going to do is the right hand side, the horn and the face shield assembly. So take the horn and the side of the face assembly, and you're going to need 2 of the 3.14 bolts, screws, and make sure that those are done up nice and tight. And don't keep dropping screws. This is why a magnetic screwdriver comes in really, really handy. So that's number 1, and now number 2. And make sure that's done nice and tight. So now we're going to take 3.3, which is the swing assembly for the horn and the side of the face shield, and that's going to need a 312 bolt. And that's the right hand side done. And now you're going to do exactly the same thing with the left hand side. So we're going to start with a bolt on a screwdriver, and then we're going to grab the horn and the face shield, put them together, this is where it's going to all go horribly wrong. Trying to find a silver screw on a grey carpet is really not the easiest thing to do. There we go, found it. So let's try this again. So we'll try it a different way this time. Put the screw in first, then position it, and then try tightening it up and see if that's any better. Oh look, it works. So bolt number 1. And now bolt number 2. And then we're going to grab the side of the internal swing mechanism for the left hand side and grab another 312 bolt. And put those together. And that's the left hand side done. So moving on to the next section, we're going to take the plastic part 3.7 and the cable 310, and you want to pass the larger connected end of 310 through the slot in 3.7. Make sure that the tab with the right angle is at the back of the piece. And then once you've done that, grab 3.9, which is the circuit board and cable, and attach that to 3.7 with the 3.13 bolt. So just as a reference on this one, you don't want to do this too tightly at this point, as you will need it to be able to move the cable in there for adjustments when you finally assemble the Megazord's head. So the next part is taking the strip of insulation on 311 and peeling off the backer and wrapping it around the battery pack of 3.8. And then once that's done, you can drop that into the face mask from issue 2. And then grab the previous assembly that you've just made. Make sure that the wires are loose enough that you've got some freedom of play in the movement. And then with a couple of bolts 315s, we're going to assemble those into one piece in just a second. So make sure the wires are hanging loose. Slot one into the other. Tuck the wires away so that they are coming through the little slot on the right hand side. And then we're going to screw it into place. So we've jumped ahead a little bit here, but the last page is basically to drop in the eyes, which are 2.5 and 2.6 from the previous issue, into the assembly you've just made. You're then going to add 2.3, which is the top of the face, bolt those into place with 2 3/12s, and then take the neck pivot point, item number 2.4 from the previous issue, and attach that to the head assembly you've just made with a couple of 315 bolts, which is what I'm doing at this point here. So as you can see, there's not really a lot of movement in the wires at that point, which you're going to need to attach to the helmet. So I'm just going to undo these for a second and then make sure that the cable does have enough play in it, and then just tighten it up again. So you should have 4 different connectors coming off the head of the Megazord at the moment. So I haven't got a turntable shot of the assembled head and the horns there, but you can see them just at the top there. Thank you very much for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe. Drop a comment in the box if there's anything you want to tell me, and we'll see you next time.